disappearances did not start recently. It started long way back in 1989 period. There were disappearances in Sinhala areas. You all know there was insurrection led by the JVP. It was a chauvinist insurrection where they were opposing certain concessions given to the Tamil nationality. But nevertheless, it was insurrection against the government, which acted as an agency of the global capital. And in that sense, it was a liberation struggle too. Therefore, we defended the youth from being massacred. We started the campaign at that time against the repression, mobilizing the parents and family members of the disappeared people. We managed to collect over 40,000 names, and our rough estimation is nearly 60,000 youth must have been killed or disappeared during that period. We campaigned, we were campaigning Mr. Mahinda Rajapaksa, the other candidate for the presidential election. He also joined. At that time, he was quite concerned about the disappearances. We marched together to Kataragam and make an appeal to the people internationally. He went with us to various countries. I can remember he came with me to Australia, and he was crying there about the tragedy in the Sinhala areas. And we had Janagosha, and I participated in Kandy. I led a procession of nearly 500 parents and family members of the disappeared, and I was arrested with 7 others and remanded, and the case of course couldn't continue. At that stage, Mahinda helped me, and his agents in Kandy area came to visit us in the police station. And we worked together at that stage. And I met Brigadier Densil Kopakadwa in our campaign to save some of the lives of these rebels who have been taken into custody. I had a discussion with Densil Kopakadwa, and he wanted to know why the youth are rebelling, both in the south and in the north, and I explained in details, and he had a certain social conscience. He also understood that it's a rebellion of the youth due to socio-economic reasons, and a military solution is not going to be effective. But I don't know where Sarath Fonseca was at that stage. Obviously, he was also, must have been in charge of a certain area, and he may be responsible for killing of over at least 2,000 Sinhala youth. Per district there were more than 2,000. So, whatever it may be, he must have been involved in the repression of the southern Sinhala rebellion. But now he led the repression against the Tamil rebellion. When the Tamil rebellion came, there again, in spite of whatever the mistakes of the LTT, it was a rebellion for the freedom of the Tamil people, and also it's a rebellion against the government, against the agency of the global capital, taking away the resources of the Tamil people, repressing the homeland of the Tamil people. It was a liberation struggle. And again we were defending these youth from total massacre. And that is how we came to start this organization, the Committee for the Investigation of the Disappeared. Then, I want to raise this question. Now, this repression of the Tamil and the disappearances have gone to a level of thousands, and this organization started collecting. Already they have collected about 2,500 names. It is a lot more than that. At the moment, many families are terrified of the state terror, and therefore they are unable to come out and tell that some of their family members have disappeared, because then they will be suspected of collaborating with the LTT. They will be classified as pro-LTT. Therefore, they are not prepared to come out immediately. But slowly and steadily, the flow is there. Every day we are getting more than 30 letters, mainly from camps, and they are collected. I like to say that the presidential candidate Sarath Fonseca, he was responsible for repression of the Sinhala youth, and he is responsible for repression of the Tamil youth. He doesn't deny that. So he is consistent in his view that any rebellion against this capitalist setup, global capitalist setup, pro-global capitalist setup, should be pushed down and crushed. So he is consistent in policy of repressing the struggle of the youth, whether it is Sinhala or Tamil. And I am consistent in my policy of standing for the people who are rebelling against the system, against the global capitalist system, and for liberation. So we are consistent in one way or the other. We are both opposite sides of the barricade in this both situations, but nevertheless, both of us are consistent in our policy. But Mahinda Rajapaksa is not consistent. He was crying for the Sinhala youth who rebelled against the system again, but in the case of Tamils, he was one of the murderers, one of the killers. And there he has a differentiation. He treated the Sinhala youth one way, and his treatment of the Tamil youth is different. Now, both parties trying to outwit the other about the concessions they are given to Tamils. Sarath Fonseca, for example, he says that he is very worried about the people who are being encamped and or imprisoned illegitimately in camps. And these are the people he has saved from the tigers. I don't know what type of tigers he has saved. Maybe tigers in the jungle. As far as I know, these people are living under Tamil army. People who have been living in the Tamil army being rescued by a Sinhala army, I don't know which way you can say it is a liberation. I don't know whether the Tamils wanted to live under Sinhala army and consider that as a liberation when they were living under from the condition that they were when they were living under Tamil army. That is left to them. But certainly now he is crying that these Tamils who are in the IDPs camps should be released immediately. And Mahinda also trying to beat him by releasing them. He says, why are you all in this camp now? Why don't you go? Here are the certificate, here are the identity cards, you can go and visit, and so on. Because the elections are near, both are crying over each other to release these people and get their votes. That's the misery of the people. So what I am trying to tell you is that this disappearances is part of the system, the global capitalist system, which is operating to crush down youth who are rebelling because the system has created nothing for them. That's the truth of it. And our attempt is to see that the country is going to get proper freedom and democracy. Only way you can establish proper democracy is by uniting all communities, uniting all nationalities, and then on the basis of autonomy and self-determination and equality, and creating a state where all are equal and all are participating in a democracy. And that is the only way to get rid of disappearances and establish human rights in this society. Thank you.
ප්‍රශ්න තිබෙනවා නම් සහ තිබෙනවා නම් අසන්න පුළුවන්.
බුදුන් ප්‍රශ්නයක් අහනවා. ඒ සම්බන්ධයෙන් ජනාධිපති අපේක්ෂා කරන සම්බන්ධයෙන්. ඒ ඉදිරියට පැවැත්වෙන